What happens when timeless beauty meets racing aggression? You get the Jaguar E-Type low-drag coupe, a car so stunning, it looks fast, just sitting still. But here's the twist. The one we're talking about today isn't an original. It's a modern-day recreation, built with obsessive attention to detail and pure passion. Why would someone recreate a 1960s racer in today's world of high-tech supercars? Because some stories deserve a second chapter. Louder, lighter, and even more beautiful. This isn't just a car, it's a tribute to motorsport history with a modern twist. And yes, it sounds as glorious as it looks. Today, we're diving deep into what makes this low-drag coupe so special. If you're into vintage racing, handmade craftsmanship, or raw driving emotion, this video is for you. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's take a ride into the world of rolling sculpture. The original Jaguar E-Type debuted in 1961 and was called the most beautiful car ever made by Enzo Ferrari. It was sleek, fast, and way ahead of its time. But by 1962, Jaguar had something even more aggressive in mind. The E-Type low-drag coupe was a lighter, faster version built for racing. Only one true factory car was ever made. That made it rare, mysterious, and almost mythical. Fast forward to today, and enthusiasts are recreating this legend from scratch. Not just restoring old E-Types, but reimagining them with modern materials and perfect craftsmanship. These recreations are built by specialists who live and breathe Jaguar heritage, and they often include hand-formed aluminum bodywork, updated drivetrains, and insane levels of detail. The goal? To feel what it was like to race in the 60s, with just a little more reliability. So what exactly is a low-drag coupe, and how is it different from the regular E-Type? The key is in the bodywork. Sleeker, more aerodynamic, and built to cut through the air at Le Mans. The rear end is elongated and smoothed out to reduce turbulence. The glass is flush-mounted, and the roofline is subtly different for better airflow. Even the door handles are recessed to avoid disrupting the air. All this made the low-drag version lighter and faster on the track. Under the hood, the original used a 3.8-liter inline-six tuned for high performance. In recreation, some builders go with modernized versions of that same engine, or even V12s for extra punch. The goal is always the same: maintain the spirit, but improve the performance. It's a delicate balance of authenticity and innovation, and it results in a car that looks vintage but drives like a dream. Building a recreation of the low-drag coupe isn't just a weekend garage project. It often takes thousands of hours, specialized skills, and a deep respect for Jaguar history. Builders start with an E-Type donor car or a custom-built chassis made to exact dimensions. Then comes the hand-beaten aluminum bodywork, shaped on wooden bucks just like in the 60s. It's slow, it's painful, and it's beautiful. Many of the parts are fabricated from scratch, down to the tiniest rivet. The interiors are often trimmed in leather, with vintage gauges and wooden steering wheels. But beneath the surface, you might find modern brakes, suspension, and electronics. This blend of old and new is what makes these cars truly special. You're getting vintage racing spirit with modern-day reliability, and that's a combination that turns heads and raises heartbeats. Let's talk about what it feels like behind the wheel. This is not your average Sunday cruiser. The low-drag coupe is raw, loud, and alive. The steering is direct, the engine roars, and there are no driving aids, just you and the road. You feel every vibration, every downshift, every change in camber. It's mechanical honesty, delivered at 120 miles per hour. Acceleration is fierce, and the sound is absolutely intoxicating. With modern tires and suspension upgrades, the handling is sharper than the original ever was. But it still wants respect. It's not here to babysit you. This is driving as it was meant to be, physical, thrilling, and unforgettable. And for many, that's worth more than any touchscreen or turbocharger. So who's behind these incredible recreations? A number of specialist builders around the world have taken on the challenge. Companies like Eagle, Lynx, and others offer bespoke low-drag recreations. Some use original factory blueprints. Others use 3D scanning to nail the dimensions. Each build can take 18 months to 2 years and cost well into six figures. Yes, that's a lot. But remember, this is rolling art. Many customers are collectors, racers, or just die-hard Jaguar enthusiasts. They're not buying a car, they're buying a piece of history lovingly reborn. And every single one is unique, built to the owner's exact specifications. This isn't mass production. It's automotive craftsmanship at its finest. And that's something you can't put a price tag on. Of course, there are challenges along the way. Building these cars is expensive, time-consuming, and sometimes frustrating. Getting parts can be tricky, and achieving perfect symmetry is an art in itself. And then there's the debate. Is a recreation really authentic? Purists might say no, but others argue that keeping the spirit alive is what matters. Again, the flip side, the joy of driving something so rare and personal is unbeatable. Every corner, every rev, every stare from passers-by, it's an event. And unlike an original, you can actually drive it without fear of ruining museum-grade value. The highs, pride, exhilaration, legacy. The lows, mostly patience, and a big wallet. But ask any owner, and they'll say it's worth every penny. You might be wondering, how fast is it really? Depending on the engine build, some low-drag recreations hit 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. Top speed, around 150 to 160 mph, depending on gearing. Is it street legal? Yes, in many cases, but check your local laws. Can you race it? Absolutely. Many are track-ready and even vintage racing eligible. Do they drive like modern cars? Not quite. It's more visceral and analog. Would you want one as a daily driver? Probably not, unless you like attention and engine noise. How much do they cost? Between $300,000 and $1 million, depending on the builder. Is it worth it? If you value passion over plastic, yes. Is it better than the original? That depends who you ask. But one thing's for sure, it's unforgettable. Cars like the Jaguar E-Type low-drag coupe remind us why we fell in love with motoring. They bring back the drama, the design, the danger. They're not about lap times or 0-60 bragging rights. They're about soul. In an era of electric silence and digital dashboards, they're refreshingly mechanical. Every rivet, every weld, every engine note has a purpose. They connect us to the past while reminding us to live in the present. They're not just machines, they're experiences. And they tell a story that no software update ever could. That's why enthusiasts keep them alive, and why their legacy will never fade. So, is the Jaguar E-Type low-drag coupe recreation the perfect car? Maybe not for everyone, but for those who get it, it's magic. It's history in motion, shaped by hand and fueled by passion. It's raw elegance roaring across country roads and racetracks alike. Whether you admire it from afar or dream of owning one, its presence is undeniable. This isn't just about driving, it's about feeling. And in that department, the low-drag coupe delivers in spades. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Would you drive one? Or do you prefer modern tech over vintage style? Subscribe for more deep dives into the world of legendary cars. Until next time, keep the passion alive and the revs high.